Hey there, I am JB and welcome at some more RoadCraft. In the last episode we have been exploring as much as possible, and it's definitely going to be very handy for today's episode because I got a couple of things in mind that I would like to do. Also, I had a comment of Soul saying please be careful with Washout. The Nicole tunnel route is still bugged. They are well aware of this since the DLC came out and it's still not fixed. I really appreciate that you're trying to warn me for things that can be bugged. I will try to avoid that as much as possible because sooner or later this month we will get a big update for this game, and it might include some of these fixes for these bugs. If you guys have some more bugs, please let me know so I can keep that in mind and try to avoid that as much as possible. Now, meanwhile we were exploring, we came across a couple of these vehicles which need to be brought from one place to another, and the first vehicle that I would like to do is this fuel truck that is being stuck here, which need to be brought from this area all the way up to this gas station right out here. So let's just put that on the map. And the thing that I'm going to do first, of course, is check if I can lay down a bridge piece down here. Where is the bridge piece? Shouldn't it come by default with a bridge piece, or is it because I've used this one on the other map and now it's like not there? Huh, okay, that is wow, that makes me think for a second. Now that means that I'm going to need to have some steel beams, right? And there is a steel beam factory over here which is not connected up, so that is going to be a bit of an issue. Now what does this need here? Drive the crew to the steel mill, right? Which is a van. We just need to go through the rubble. Okay, well in this case let's just do and get this steel mill operational. Now let's see how difficult this one is going to be, because I know the road further ahead is not really that nice, and if I'm correct, this should be like a little it's not a canyon, but you call it a groove, a ditch. Alright, I think within a couple of seconds we're getting stuck here, but let's just see. Let's have a little faith in this guy. Now, I think I want to just go right out here. That we're stuck, great. Well, in this case, I'll have to send out an emergency vehicle. Now the downside is the only way how to get there is, well, via this and then go through the bush. Alright, I guess in this case I would like to try and see if I can get from here to there and then go between them here and then on that way create like a little bit of a pathway, get all of these trees out off sides. Because if that will be a nice route, then it's actually no problem to get to the other side of the bridge. Now maybe what I should be doing is actually take a more of a heavier vehicle. Since we need to get the fuel truck out of a ditch, I think I want to bring the crane. Of course we're also going to continue with the mission of making a bridge pad, because in the end that is going to be the most handiest thing to do. Now of course in this case it's also going to be handy if we free out the road here. I might as well just do this instead of just bypassing this area every time without, you know, doing what needs to be done. Alright, that will do. Also, these vehicles can also be brought to the steel beam factory, but of course, you know, I need to repair the bridge because the route that I'm about to take with this guy is not the best, and I haven't really seen it up close just yet. With the word being said, if I need to go with a trailer vehicle through that area, it's gonna be a lot of crying and complaining. But at least with this guy, I can finally put these trees down here. Now of course ideally it would be nice to do this actually with a bulldozer, if you would. Makes it just a little bit more realistic than doing it with a crane. Yes, I just did pick up this guy, and I can also imagine this wouldn't be very good for the blades though. Are there actually any track strong vehicles that would be handy to lay down these trees? I mean, if you need to cut down all these trees and remove these stems, like, I mean, in real life, it would take like a lot of time to do that, right? Now, of course, in real life, trees don't just disappear once you have, you know, put them down like this. Alright, I have tried to flatten it out as much as possible with the dozer. Now the best thing about this little shortcut is that I know for sure that bringing this tiny little vehicle to the steel beam factory is not immediately going to, you know, give us access to it, because probably it needs power and whatever not. But with all the word being said, if I cannot get this thing up and running and I need to get through this shortcut a couple times, I might be able to just, you know, well, activate for 0? Oh, well, there you have it. I might be able to just get some sand from here. You know, maybe I should do that right away. Whoa, the water is wild over here. Jeez. Alright, I might have gone a little too far with this, but at least we got a nice road. The only thing that I didn't kept in mind is to actually connect the road up right out here instead of right out there, but it's okay. Now, at the beginning of the game, once you start rolling these asphalt pieces, you sometimes had like these weird little sand spots pop up, like I call them poop spots. Now I don't have that. I got something different. You see these little stones? There are no stones here on the floor. Let's say these big guys, they are not underneath here, but for some reason they still pop up, and I wonder what that is all about. Also happens here and there and here. Now this guy here I can at least imagine, because there is actually a rock underneath here very close to the road, but this is very odd. Do you have that too? Let me know in the comment section. I'm really wondering, because something has changed with the game. Anyways, we now have a nice little shortcut without the need of doing difficult off-road training with these big vehicles. So now we need to go past this, right? Go around there. No, that goes to the bridge. So we need to go straight through here, which is still an off-road, but at least this is, let's say, made for off-roading. Except maybe this part down here. So I can imagine just dropping, if need, a little bit of sand, right? I don't have to pave everything. It's just to get the vehicles where they need to be for now. Because that one other sand quarry, I cannot unlock it just yet, because I need like 3 fuel for that. Alright, let's turn the towing on. Let's just, you know, let's just bring it all the way through. Ah, this is the ditch. Right, okay. Well, let's just go by the left. Would have never made it without a towing vehicle, I guess. I can already see in the future that I'm going to need to remove these 2 containers out of here, because they're gonna be annoying. It's not very large out here. I do hope that the import and export of goodies is not gonna be too troublesome. Right, reward 10. So that basically means that I can unlock the sand quarry, because it's activatable for 3. This is gonna be needed for the future. Even if we fix up the bridge, they're gonna need to go that way, right? But it's good to see that we can at least go around. I think that is a very important thing if you need to pass by with very large vehicles. So we got a new objective: repair the steel beam. Right, we need to build this road, which is fine. Because I wanted to say, I got my whole cavalry ready. Alright, after freeing some rubble, I kind of decided that I want to send this up myself. For the reason being is, well, I'm not sure if the AI is going to behave on this one, having these ginormous ditches and stuff. I think this guy can handle itself, hopefully. So let's select this track. Yes, there you go. Now I've also been thinking about that bridge, and I think as long as it's not needed, I am not going to be bothered with the bridge. Because, well, passing the bridge is thing number 1. But, you know, needing to do more roading on that side is going to be thing number 2. And then I have the choice, basically 3 ways to connect it up to this road, which is either down there. This here is going to need to have a fix in the future. Or fill in this gap here, which would be a better shortcut than go around, because over there I need to make like a super sharp U-turn. Or I could like cut through the mountain, really kind of deal, but might also not be the best, especially when you need to bring vehicles like this. So that's why I'm like, you know, as long as it's not needed, let's just not think about it. And in the future there is also some bases needing to be unlocked somewhere. However, behind the first base, or better to say east of the first base, there are like 3 yellow doors, so there might be a chance that I'm going to need to pass a convoy or 2 to that. I can't wait to see how the corrections are going to be. And I'll focus on this area. Boom. All fixed up. I'm glad the game does that though. I mean, it's nice. Alright, that is done. Now, what else do you want? Ah, it's the main one. Yeah, look, there we go. It's gonna go from the old tunnel. Now, what is the Nicole tunnel then? Is it a 2-way tunnel? Mountain tunnel? New Street tunnel? Maybe it's not a tunnel named like that, but maybe the mission. Unless I'm just missing out somewhere. We'll be fine, we'll be fine. I'm gonna keep an eye out on it. This objective here is not gonna be too difficult, unless I'm not moving the stuff out of the way first. Alright, off you go. Medium size truck. In this case, there was one other objective which I was already expecting it to come, and we're going to need to power this up. Now I do see some power thing here. Right, well, that's clear. Going to need to do that. So I'm going to need to bring out a cable layer. And it seems like we're going to need to hug the side here. Go up the hill, maybe. Alright, that road there is definitely blocked off. Which... I'm not sure if we ever need to pass here. I don't see any yellow doors. But if need in the future, of course, we can find an alternative route. I'm pretty sure. It seems like there is a little bit of space to make like our own road with some sand, maybe a little bridge. So it's not like completely doomed. I have to be careful here not to go to the right for too much. I don't want to slide off. Trying to stay to the left, but he doesn't really want to. There we go. There we go. Alright, repair the steel beam factory has been completed. I'm just going to leave this guy right out here, and then if I'm not wrong, we can now make steel beam. Now, more importantly, we don't have any bridges, so if there is a spot where I'm going to cross, we're going to need to use the bridge vehicle. In this case, we need to go right out here. Right out here. I'm going to need to take the off-road path. It's not too much, so let's just go straight. And so far, this map doesn't seem to be too difficult to say. Like, there is not much like impossible barriers. It really gives me a nice feeling of what the weather is right now outside. Of course, being winter already. Now, I still kind of hope that the developers will release, but the chances are small, a snow map. And the reason why I say chances are small, because, well, there is SnowRunner, of course. But just for the Christmas feeling, you know, and winter, it would be actually very nice. Alright, now down here there needs to be a road too, but I have been thinking, since I was struggling a little bit with the second trailer with the cable layer on it, I think at least for next episode I want to drive the whole show back and basically pave this road down here, because right out here, this part to get on the sand here is very funky for the long trailers, and also gonna be handy if I watch where I'm going. Oh, excuse me. Okay, and best would be, I'm gonna guess, is try to only attach the front, which maybe like this will do. And then, now normally people were saying, hey, you should move the arm all the way up, right? But maybe, yeah, we also don't want this thing to fall. Yeah, like as it does right now, which is not very handy. Oh man, I wonder how I could have done this more realistically to say, because this doesn't feel realistic at all. Of course, I think in real life this would be better done with 2 cranes, or maybe even use like a dozer and trying to dig out a ramp. Alright, let's attach it there and move it forward. There we go. There's a lot of water. Oh really? Right. Okay, so yeah, then we need to bring this guy all the way around. Where the heck is the entrance of this place? Oh, guess what we can do in this case, now we got the steel beam factory unlocked, is like make a bridge. Yeah, this is gonna go wrong anyways. I'm going to bring a vehicle that can tow it. Maybe in this case I can better use a rescue vehicle truck. Like this guy, something big with multiple wheels. And what I have to do is, once I, tow the truck as far as possible, is bring a long trailer and get some of the vehicles which are right out here, put them onto the long trailer, bring them to the steel beam factory. Then I have to grab some beams, bring them all the way back to the base, put them in. Oh damn, these physics are crazy. Yeah, buy a bridge piece and then bring the bridge piece all the way up to where I need to be. Well, mind you, I was seeing the objective right down here, get the bridge layer and try it out. So I click on this objective and it says that we need to clear this of objects. Then you can get the vehicle out and try it. Start by returning the backup equipment to the steel mill. Should keep running smoothly. Yeah, we will get like a, I think it's the old bridge layer. I could grab it. Hopefully it will have a bridge. Alright, I brought the long trailer out and I basically towed it from the base all the way down here because, well, there are some off-road parts where this thing cannot go by itself. And the reason why I brought this thing out here is because there are some, sellable goodies here on the floor. And I'm like, why not just right away put it onto this thing and then just leave it here. Now, of course, there is also a lot of metal around here, which in this case, I am gonna bring another vehicle, which of course is gonna be this guy, because, well, just in case, I can, bring that metal right away to the steel beam factory. Which, now I'm thinking about it, why not just bring something right away to it? Can we? Nice, look at that. Working efficient out here. Hopefully this is not going to tip me over. Holy moly, take it easy there. Alright, I guess one of you guys just won $100. Alright, careful now. Careful. Ooh, okay, you know what, let's just not, why, maybe it is all about weight distribution, so let's just try it like this. I just refuse to give up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is way less tipsy. Yeah, it feels less scary to just, you know, go full ham with this thing. Need to keep this in mind for next time. Like, look at this. I could just, you know, steer left, steer right. No issue at all. Wow, what a world of difference. I need to bring this stuff in the back. How are these things possible? You know that? Like, how? How is it even possible? Can I? Yeah, maybe like this. Okay, there we go. Alright, and so 20 years later, I have arrived here at the location. Beautiful, we got already 3 steel beams. Now, of course, I first would like to check out the area where I can get this bridge vehicle. So I'm just going to free out some space, drive all the rubble to this area. I had to laugh because the green container, I'm like, you know, if the developers put like a car on the roof, it doesn't make any sense, and wheelbase or whatever that is, why can I not put a container on the roof, right? One final thing, and there we go. Beautiful. Hey, that container should have not been there. Anyways, I believe the good news is that it comes with its own bridge piece, which is very lovely. Alright, I don't believe this game. I just had this moment where I got a lag spike of like 7 FPS. It went crazy. I thought, okay, it's 5 hours later. Maybe I should restart the game. And once I restarted the game, the freaking bridge is gone. Okay, well, that is a load of poop. Really a load of poop. Gladly, I got this thing out here. I can pick up a whole bunch of beams and then bring the beams to the base and then instantly get a bridge on the other vehicle that I have, the newer version. But yeah, I hope other people have already been reporting this, or at least, oh boy, that I cannot believe that I'm the only one having this bug. So if you had this bug, let me know. It's just very weird. This thing spawns without a bridge. When you have a vehicle with a bridge already in the map, you restart the game, it's just gone. And you know, I have to say, I didn't have any of these issues on domination. No issues at all with these vehicles. They just spawn with a bridge. When I restarted the game, the bridge is still there. It's very odd. Oh, okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Crawling slowly but surely. There we go. Now, ho, please get straight onto this thing, thank you. There we go, slowly but surely. I have no idea where the gas station is from here. I also don't want to lose the momentum that I have. Well, okay, fine, whatever you want. Okay, we need to go through some muddy area, so it's gonna be handy to tow it. A road over there. I don't think I have like covered this area, so ooh, it's a large area though. Would be fun to check that out, but maybe I should have a little look at it in the next episode. Not everything, but just a little bit to see, you know, what to expect. It's gonna be handy if you use the steering wheel, good sir. You know, it's not on there for fun. It actually functions. Alright. Oh. I was waiting. Alright, okay, that is done too. We didn't uncover any terrain, that is fine. Set up a new base of operations in the forest. That is actually going to be handy too. Have something that is a bit central. It doesn't need to have 3 of these. We need to... Right. We need to get the concrete factory up and running, which is... That's a good question. Right, it seems like we are going to need to explore this area and try and find the concrete factory. So yeah, it's a good one for the next episode, so we can get this base up and running too. Alright, let's start exploring a tiny little bit just for the outro that way. So we can just right away start the next episode. And you know, maybe I should just do it with this vehicle if possible. I mean, the engine is a lot lower, of course, and to keep that in mind. And it's getting pretty